Hey there, gang. Time for another unboxing video. As always, I have been given this short box of comics to grade for sale on eBay. Seller name is .com Comics. And I have no idea what is in this box. I'm waiting for you to come and sit down by my side. We'll take a look and make that discovery together. So if you like comic books, stick around. We're going to have some fun. Hey there, Bobby. Welcome to Shanghai. My name is Duke, and this is an unboxing video. And as you can see, I am aided and abetted here this time out by my newest Mego action figure, the Rocketeer. You may still be able to get this fella at Target, just $14.99. I've seen them other places, Entertainment Earth and sites like that, but those go for a little more. They're like anywhere from $19 to $24.99 I've seen. But Target's the cheapest place to get them. $14.99. Pretty cool, Mr. Man. So, yeah, the deal is the same as always. I have this short box of comics. I've been given the grade for sale. They're going up on eBay. The seller name is .com Comics. That's not really the point of this video, to sell you on anything, although you're certainly welcome to bid or just to track them and see how they do. But it's more just to share the joy of comic books. That sense of awe that I get every time I break into one of these boxes, have no idea what I'm going to find, what I'm going to see. So I hope you'll get some sort of vicarious thrill as well. So let's not waste any time. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the groovy things, tell all your friends. And let's break into this box and see what we have. And I will pull out the first stack, and it looks like we are starting with some Silver Age Batman. 80-page giant, Batman number 187. This was a great way to get some of those early Batman reprints. Looks like we've got an HW written on the cover. That's too bad, because this book looks in mighty nice shape other than that. Go-Go checks. I love me some DC Go-Go checks. Nothing to me says Silver Age quite like the Go-Go checks, although really they came along later, to be truthful. And I think we have a little bit of clue here, much like the Dark Knight Detective. We are piecing together the clues. We now know that the M in MW stands for Mike. Mike, you little bastard. You shouldn't write your name on your comic books. This... And here's another MW. Damn it, Mike. This I have called the first book of the late Silver Age. And I divide the Silver Age and the Bronze Age both into early, middle, and late periods. And I call this the first book of the late Middle Age because any earlier than this, and this messing with the logo would have been absolutely verboten. But at this point, we are reaching that crescendo where style is taking a leap over substance, where we are leaning more on the visual and less on the story. So, but anyway, that is a classic, awesome cover, even with that big old MW marker on there. This one's upside down. I'm going to blame Mike on that as well. And why couldn't you, Mike, if you're going to put your initials, why couldn't you put them somewhere less obtrusive instead of right there on old Batman? Catwoman didn't wear that costume for very, very long, and it looks like scales. She almost looks like she should be Mira or Catfish Woman. Why is there no Catfish Woman? You would think, especially with catfishing being an actual thing these days. There you go. There's a plot for an upcoming Catwoman book, where instead of being a jewel thief and a cat burglar, she decides to do a little internet catfishing. There you go. See, I could be a DC editor. I get all the angles. I should actually send that to Joe Corallo and Perch for their next pitch meeting. Catfish lady. So here's another moment that changed Batman's life, another 80-page giant. I don't know why the photo negative on the page, why that's a thing, but certainly it would have drawn attention, that juxtaposition there, that big old use of negative space, that would have caught readers' attention. Gateway to Death, Batman 202. Here will lie Batman and Robin, and Mike, if he keeps doing this. Switching over to Marvel. Astonishing Tales, Kazar and Doctor Doom. There's an odd pairing, such as it is. Avengers. Now this, another damn Mike comic. But, and see, he wrote his name on this one as well. But this is a popular book. This one does really well. And this is in fairly decent shape, even with the writing on it, so it may still do well. But yeah, the Doctor Doom issue here of the Avengers. Here's a classic number 44, second appearance of the Red Guardian, and I think he dies in this too. He got better. Avengers number 55. Now I get a feeling this whole box is going to be Silver Age, Marvel, and DC. Just because, you know, the whole box is this same kind of bagged and boarded stuff. I don't know if the whole box is going to be Mike books. MW. Remember the Ralph collection from those Golden Age books? I wonder if Mike is related to Ralph. Floating heads. Some people love floating head covers. Some people love giant snake covers. So, you know, a little something for everybody. Here's the Doctor Strange during his brief superhero costume phase. Not that his superhero costume was that much different than his regular outfit. Here is Man-Ape. 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 That's what you didn't know you needed. A Grape Ape, Man-Ape crossover. Oh, wherefore the giant treasury editions, huh? All right. John Buscema. Love me some John Buscema. And this, is this tape? Okay, so I guess the tape is on the bag, but that stain looks like it's on the book. Here's Avengers Annual number 2, or King Size Special, however you want to term it. Deem it. Next stack, let's see what we've got. And here we have Amazing Spider-Man, whether you want to call it Annual or King Size Special or Sling Blade. This is with the first appearance of Peter's parents. Number 6, that reprints number 1 Annual, with the first appearance of the Sinister Six. Back to Batman with Robin, the Teen Wonder, number 230. Another 80-page giant. Secrets of the Batcave. I used to love, as a kid, I used to love these cutaway diagrams of the Batcave, or the Wayne Foundation building, or the Fortress of Solitude, or the Legion headquarters. I just thought those were the coolest thing when I was a kid. Batman Walks the Green Mile, a last mile. Another 80-page giant. We saw the original of that one earlier. And this issue reprints the first Poison Ivy appearance from Batman 181. Here it looks like, what do we got here? We got Batman dressed as the Bronze Tiger, or the Bronze Tiger dressed as Batman, or maybe it's an early Fawcett crossover. Maybe that's Mr. Taki Tani. Oh, and here's an early use of the dead Robin costume trope. Seal the Batcave forever. Dun, 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 dun. Another giant. They're not 80-page giants anymore. They're just giants. Number 218, 25 cents. This one, the Mini-Me edition, with the giant Batman and a little baby Batman. There's just 2 Batman too many. And here we've got the Riddler. Sheesh, the Riddler back again with a new batch of zany puzzles. How can one get into a locked cemetery at night? I don't know, dying, I guess? Can you tell what nationality Napoleon's parents were? I'm guessing French. When does 10 added to 10 equal 10? Always? No, never. Never! unless it's Common Core math. Which in my day, when I was a kid, we had this short-lived fad called New Math. And that's what I always think of when people talk about Common Core. Why is the letter A like a honeysuckle? Now I have to read that book to figure those out. Different Batman costumes. Oh no, Fantastic Bizarre Adventures. Why not Bizarro Adventures? Why didn't we get a Bizarro Batman? That would have been awesome. It's kind of a weird cover, I've always thought, but I don't know. Oh, and this guy, what the heck was his name? This little midget clown guy. I forget his name, but they brought him back recently, if I recall. Maybe I'm remembering something else. Maybe I'm just making stuff up. That happens too sometimes. All right, classic Amazing Spider-Man cover, number 70. And it's probably maybe close to the Ultimate Spider-Man cover. Back when he used to carry his web backpack everywhere. Here's Man Mountain Marco, and these are Mike books again. Death Without Warning. And that's kind of a trope too. Spider-Man either walking away from or towards the camera, head in hand, looking forlorn. The Lizard Lives. 76. 79 with the Prowler. 82, and then came Electro. Is that like Along Came Jones? Kingpin with this fella. What is the schemer's secret? Can you guess? Do you know? Have you read these issues? I'll give you a hint. That's what was her name? Vanessa something? No. She had a big role in the Daredevil Netflix series. But anyway, he and she together equal spoiler. All right, more MW, more Gwen, more Mary Jane, more Harry, more Flash. No, that's not Flash. That's Captain Stacy. Captain Stacy. The Arms of Dr. Octopus fighting on their own. From number 80, here's number 90, and that is the death of Captain Stacy. He's all blacked out here. That's to hide his identity. That's not just because Vinnie Coletta was the inker. I don't know if he was the inker. Was it Vinnie Coletta or was it... No, I think it was Tex Blaisdell, whose motto was, when in doubt, black it out. So, there you go. There's another kind of classic cover, and this is not what I was thinking it was. Never mind, but we might come to that. Nope, we're going to skip right over it. For a second there, I was thinking this was the three-part drug issue. But that's 96, 97, and 98. This is 91. And the other giveaway is it has the CCA seal. So here we've got Jackal, Morbius, Vulture, Mysterio, and Doc Ock. Here's an annual reprinting Spidey's appearance with the Avengers. Here's another one, but this one's all new. A 41-page epic battle. Spidey and the Torch. Spidey and the Torch. Okay, next stack. Got some more Batman for you. And this is kind of another trope. You know, whenever Batman is not mourning the death of Robin, he's trying to kill him himself. Oh, wow, we kind of jumped up in the years here. Detective Comics number 600. And now we'll switch gears again over to Captain America number 101. So that's technically the second issue of Captain America. 102, these are Mike books still. Some more Spidey. To Die a Hero. 53, Look Who's Back. Doc Ock. Nuff said. I wonder if anybody has ever tracked what's the first use of Nuff said in a Marvel comic. What is the first use of Nuff said on a cover? Could I try and list that as the first Nuff said cover? I mean, maybe. That'll score you a few extra bids. Who knows? Aunt May. Poor Aunt May. Oh, another poor Aunt May. We got two Aunt Mays. More Doc Ock. More Doc Ock. More Kazar and Zabu. I sometimes forget and I say Sabu, but Sabu was the Jungle Boy. Zabu is the Jungle Tiger. So this right here is, I believe, the first cover appearance of Gwen Stacy, number 61. So, a little bit of trivia for you. And yes, if you're looking for, if you're listing something on eBay and you're looking for something to say about the book in order to maybe draw in a few extra bids, it would not be untoward to describe it as first Gwen Stacy cover, or first cover appearance Gwen Stacy, or whatever you've got characters enough for. Do it in the listing, in the title, rather than in the description. Not everybody searches listing and description. There's there you go. We had too many Batman not that long ago. Now we've got too many Vultures. Here is this figure. You remember those Mexican Spider-Mans we were looking at not too long ago? That a lot of them had swipes. More than one of them had this exact image swiped. Not all this, just that. As did this. One of the covers had this Mysterio figure swiped. He was pointing at a different drawing of Spider-Man, and it had J. Jonah down there on the corner. There's some more Mysterio. Giant Mysterio hands. Crisis on Campus. We've talked about this before. Back when Stan was doing his college tours, seemed like every title had to have a crisis on campus or a crack up on campus or some kind of college protest issue. Makes you wonder what he would have done with Black Lives Matter. Crush the Kingpin. Well, okay. Looks like it was Spidey getting crushed and not the Kingpin, but whatever. Here's some Daredevils. Daredevil with Black Panther. Sometimes they filled in the DD and sometimes they didn't. More Daredevil. This, I don't know. This cover always kind of looked like a preliminary drawing to me. Like they did a prelim and then they were like, hey, we're behind deadline. We need that cover now. And I'm like, okay, here. And see, so here you go. You got the photo negative here on the DD. It's reversed, and here it's black. Artistic license, whatever you need. More detectives. So it looks to me like old Mike liked Batman and just about any Marvel. Here's another one. Some more go-go checks. Dr. Zinzin. Holy Gallows. Yeah, so this one was clearly out at about the same time as the TV show. Here's the Outsider, and spoiler warning, that's Alfred. They had killed off Alfred, and then when they did the TV show, and the TV show had Alfred, readers were like, and this was back when, kids would watch the TV show and then read the comic and expect that the comic was going to be like the TV show, as opposed to today, where there is absolutely no correlation whatsoever and nobody seems to care. But back then, you expected some kind of mirroring. So the kids were like, hey, where the hell's Alfred? So they had to bring Alfred back, and rather than just have him kind of appear, because at this point we were kind of following a little bit of continuity, not just internal issue continuity, story continuity, but longer term continuity. They decided that they had to go through this big elaborate method of bringing Alfred back from the dead. And so again, spoiler warning, he came back as the Outsider. And isn't Alfred dead now? And I wonder if when they bring him back, I'm sure they will eventually, they'll do it as the Outsider. Can you get your arm to do that while you're running? I guess you could. I don't know, it looks like an awkward pose to me. Giant Batman Smash. Here's another one. Take off your blindfold, Batgirl. You're about to see my unmasked face. Batman, don't. Her life and yours won't. I don't know why I'm reading that like Captain Kirk. Wait, let's get him here. Hey, Bill, would you like to do a reading for us? Yes, I would. Batman, don't. Her life and yours won't be worth a plug nickel if the underworld knows she has that information. Ta-da! You're welcome. Take a bow. Da-da-da. All right. It's kind of a groovy cover. I like that. The old Joker building. Batman writing his last will. Bruce Wayne, alias Batman. Batgirl and Robin, or Batgirl and Batman fighting over Robin. Batman is sad because the Robin is now teaming up with the Riddler. Well, what do you expect? You're trying to kill him on every other damn cover. And here's some kind of TV monitor cover. No, Batman, it's not true. It can't be. You better believe it, Robin. That's the way it has to be. Well, apparently she is the way it has to be. What do you think of that? All right, let's get these out of the way. We're almost there. We're almost home. A little bit. A little bit. Oh, Green Lantern. So apparently Mike did like things from DC other than just Batman. So here's some Dr. Polaris. Dazzler. Not the Marvel Dazzler, the DC Dazzler. Earth will die. I can't stop the collision. Oh, neat. And it's a #1. So Flash Gordon, and this is King Comics. So during the Golden Age, King licensed their characters out to David McKay Publishing. So McKay published all of the King features in Ace Comics and Magic Comics, and actually I think there was a title called King Comics as well. But for a brief shining moment, much like United Feature did, King became its own publisher. And I think this is Al Williamson art. It's brand new. But it looks kind of Al Williamson-y to me. Well, look, he even signed it. So there's the giveaway. Boom. Neat. So that's #1. Here's #6. And I don't think this series lasted all that long. Oh, cool. Super Comics, Fantastic Adventures. Have I ever told you the story about these books? So there was this guy, and I'll have to put his name on the screen because I always forget his name. It was like Israel Putnam or something like that. But the story is that he bought a printing press at some point, and the press came with a bunch of plates from different comic books. And so he seemed to feel, rightly or wrongly, that because he had the plates, that meant he had the right to go ahead and reprint the books. And so he reprinted a bunch of books, I guess until he got a cease and desist or something. And there were a handful of the plates were from books that were never actually published. But most of the books were from different things. And this is, I don't know what it's even from. I'd have to look it up. But most of his books only lasted like 2 or 3 issues. And a lot of times they would like start with like, here's #18. Well, there was not Fantastic Adventures 1 through 17. As a matter of fact, 18 may be the first issue. I'll have to look it up. But it's all stuff reprinted from other places because he had the plates and could do it. Well, I don't know if he could do it, but he did do it. So there's your Daredevil annual, king size #1. Some more Daredevil. Oh, you know who that is? Do you remember there was an issue, again, the Mexican books, and there was a swipe, there was a Spidey, Nick Fury team up, and they encountered a guy in a tank who, it was like, well, who the hell is that guy? Because he was in costume. Like, nobody else was in costume except for this guy in this tank. And here's what looks like kind of a tank here, maybe? I bet you. I'm going to open this up. I know it's going to take extra time, and it's going to prolong the video, and you're going to be like, dude, I got places to be. I got things to do. Get all day to spend with you, but I just want to see if any of the inside of this looks like stuff he swiped, because that character looks exactly the same. So if I see any of that guy in a tank, and there is a tank. Well, maybe not. Maybe not, but it looks like the same guy, kind of, sort of. All right, well, that was a dead end. Daredevil number 17, number 20, number 33. We've seen some of these recently in other recent boxes. 39. So you tell me. I'm curious. Like, here's a book that, you know, but for this MW on it, you know, again, I'm just giving this a quick assessment, and this is in the bag, but maybe this is a 7. Take it out of the bag. Maybe the worst, it's a 6 or a 6.5. So, one, you know, would you buy a Silver Age Daredevil book that was only a 6 or a 7? Or are you like, no, I've got to have a 9, you know? And if you were going to buy one that was in otherwise good condition, well, not good, because good is bad, but mid-grade, would you not buy it because of those initials? Because to me, that's a little bit of part of the charm. You know, the original reader, some kid, wrote his initials on the book. And the ones that he did in marker are unfortunate because that will kind of continue to bleed depending on your storage conditions. But see, that wouldn't faze me in the slightest. You know, I'm not a stickler for grade for my own personal collection. You know, I buy what I can afford. I want things fairly nice. But, you know, a 6, even a 5.5 or a 5, I'm okay with. You know, depending on what it is and the age, I'm even good with 4s and 3.5s. So I would not hesitate to buy this book at all, even with that those initials on there. But I'm wondering, is that a deal breaker for you? Would you not buy that book because of those initials? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you've got to say. This looks to me like it's actually a World War II era photo that they are superimposed on. I love how his eyes are kind of bugging out, like, holy fuck, how did we get up here? Shit! And me without a parachute. But this background looks very kind of World War II-ish, shipyard construction-y kind of thing. I don't know. If you've got any idea when that photo was taken, where that's from, let me know. Oh, Stiltman. We love Stiltman. Stiltman is like literally the greatest thing ever. And here's the torpedo. Maybe not the greatest thing ever. And we are down to it. This is the last stack. Looks like we're going to finish out with some Iron Man. Iron Man, Iron Man, does whatever iron can. Is he strong? Yes, indeed. He's got iron for a sleeve. Oh, yeah. Here come the Iron Man. So we had Hulk. We've got Mandarin. I would think that, you know, if Marvel wanted to do some kind of a promo, they were going to bring back Mandarin for Shang-Chi or Iron Man or something. They could do each of the 10 rings as kind of like a little promo thing to comic book stores. Much in the way that these Legion rings and these, let me find them, these Lantern Corps rings, you know, green and yellow and indigo. Is that indigo? Purple? No, I guess it's indigo. All right, more Iron Man. This is the Black Curious issue of Iron Man. No, I'm kidding. A little Lois Lane joke for you there, for those of you that got it. Space Parasite. Rhino. Gotta love the Rhino. Kazar. Kazar was kind of all over the place. Always popping up here and there. There's Hulk in space. And the Brute battles on. 113 against the Sandman. 114, more Sandman and Mandarin. 130, Hulk v. Banner. The Demon and the Dictator, number 133. And the last book in this box, Incredible Hulk number 143, Dr. Doom. Well, that's it. That's that box. That's everything I'm going to be working on grading today. So I hope you had some fun looking at those. Leave your comments down below. Any thoughts you may have on these books, on anything I had to say. Maybe not the latter. And until next time, Goodbye, good luck, and please be good to each other. Hey there, gang. Time for another unboxing video. As always, I have this box of short comics. Short box of comics. Take two.